C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I create this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? Got the reflection coming off my glasses. I'm doing good. I'm good. I want to talk to you briefly about being in a relationship and speaking in a healthy way towards your partner and about your partner. Um, the word narcissistic. He's a narcissist. She's a narcissist. The word is thrown around like free candy. You don't know who is, who isn't. Do we even know the definition or characteristics of that word? It's just thrown around so much till it's losing its meaning. And I just really think all of us, when I do these videos, it's for me and for you. Please hit like and subscribe. We need to decide, do we want to be happy? Just take away the other person from right now. Do you want to be happy when you wake up, when you go to bed? Every day is not roses. I was just in my feelings for a couple of days myself. I get it. But do you ultimately want to be happy? And being happy does not involve name calling to your spouse or about your spouse, to me or other people, to their face. That's not happy. That's not a healthy relationship. Calling them narcissistic. Really don't want to be with certain people. Not even married, dating. You really don't want to be with them, but you're just hanging on just because. You don't want to be alone. This is when we need to do the self-work on ourselves. But if you ask someone, why did they get a divorce? Why did they break up? He was. She was. You never hear like it was on me. Because typically it is going to be both people. Even when somebody has way more. Even when somebody's abusive, well, that's about the worst. It really is. But let's take away the abuse because that's bad. We know that. But sometimes we enable bad behavior. We enable someone to treat us bad because we accept it. And then we want to name call. Is that somebody revving up their car? My God. Is that really being in a healthy and a happy relationship? And the movie, I Can Do Better All By Myself, that title is true. You don't need anyone to make you feel bad. You can do that alone. But if you're with someone, don't you want to be with someone that lifts you up? And I know when I do these videos, I always hear what people will say. You don't know. You don't know the man I'm with. Or you don't know the lady I'm with. But then you got to decide. That's how you want to ride out into the sunset with that person. You're never stuck with someone. Even when you're married, unfortunately, sometimes it's just not healthy for your mind, for your body, for your soul. And the longer you stay with someone you simply do not like, maybe even hate, such a harsh word, you are eating away at yourself. And it's like you drink poison, but you think the other person is going to be affected by it. Because when you hate and when you call them names and you can't stand to see them, that's hate. And that stuff is internal. That's why I try not to hate no one. Yeah, some people I don't care for. I don't like their ways. But I'm not going to sit here. I hate this person. I hate that person. I hope. No, I don't have time for that. It's bad energy. And I'm hurting myself internally. So you really got to decide. Do you really want to be with your partner or whoever you're with? And if you're speaking ill about them, you probably really don't. Is that a way to live? Is that a way of life? You hear it more often than you would believe. You should be saying something sweet about your partner. Nope, they not perfect, but you are not either. And the more you address them in that manner, the more that relationship is going to get worse and worse. And I try to tell some ladies this. My husband is my husband that. Have you tried to be like really sweet towards him and really nice and see what you get back? Sometimes people reflect back what you've given to them. You're talking to them with a nasty attitude, they're going to be defensive. You speak to them kindly, you'll get a little bit more out of them. But people don't want to do that. They don't want to have these conversations. We get stuck in a rut. But before you keep blaming somebody else, and yeah, they do be wrong sometimes, they do. But also, what can you do to improve yourself? What can you do to improve the relationship? And ultimately, you may figure out that's not your person. I would rather figure that out and move on than I don't want to be with some guy and I have to be on this video saying, my man, he is so narcissistic. My man, he is so mean. Why am I with him? I don't want to speak ill about the one I love. I've been through that before, and that was hell on earth, and I'm not doing it again. I would rather be alone and be happy most of the time than to be miserable with somebody all of the time. I can do bad by myself. You can do bad by yourself. You got to decide, what do you want in a relationship? And if you're not in a relationship, this is a perfect time for you, because you can look at yourself and look inward and think about how you want to communicate with your person. It's not with insults, and it's not talking about them behind their back. You want to be with somebody that makes you better, not subtract from you, not taking your money, not taking your peace, taking your happiness, taking your joy, eating away at your health, because that stress is going to eat away at your health. High blood pressure. Now you're dizzy. Now your hair falling out. Now your face breaking out. And you wonder why? Because you're stressed. Do you know some people are actually in their grave because a partner, a spouse, a husband, a wife killed them, of course, unalived them, and also destroyed them emotionally, stressed them out, and they drunk themselves to death or end up just having a heart attack. It's not worth it, you all. It's not worth it. We put too much emphasis on a relationship and have other people, but it's not healthy. I can do bad all by myself. You got to decide what you want. Don't think it's not possible to have a healthy, happy relationship, to be treated sweetly. I think people don't think it exists, or they've been with the person so long, it's like they're stuck in a rut. Just because you're with somebody a long time doesn't mean you have to be mean and foul to each other. That's not a way to live. I wouldn't want to live like that. Decide what you want. Tammy C. Walker. Bye-bye.